Talk fluent to me, asterisk.
Level up your English one conversation at a time, asterisk.
Talk to yourself in English daily speaking. Practice beginner level. What if I told you the most effective way to become confident in English is to talk to yourself? No partner, no teacher, no embarrassment, just you and your voice. Sounds strange, maybe, but it works. And today, I'll show you how to do it gently, simply, and with zero pressure. If you've ever said, "I understand English, but I can't speak it," this video is for you. Because the truth is, you can speak English. You just need a safe space to practice. That safe space is your own voice. 1. Why talking to yourself works. Let's begin with why this is so powerful. Speaking is not just about words. It's about confidence, rhythm, and habits. When you talk to yourself, you train your mouth to move. You train your brain to think in English. Think of it like this. You don't wait for a concert to practice the piano, right? You play every day, quietly, in your room. Talking to yourself is that kind of practice. Private, repetitive, but powerful. Let me tell you about Daniel. He's 24, works in tech support, and has always been shy about speaking English. But he started narrating his mornings in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting dressed. Time to make coffee. At first, he felt awkward, but after a few weeks, he noticed something surprising. When his coworkers asked him a question, his replies came faster. He didn't translate in his head anymore. Why? Because he'd already said those words to himself dozens of times. 2. Start small. Narrate your day when you're just starting out. The idea of speaking full sentences in English can feel overwhelming. But here's the secret. You don't need to say anything special. You just need to say what's already happening in your life. That's what self-narration is. You're not creating stories or having deep conversations. You're simply describing what you're doing as you do it. Let's take an example. You wake up in the morning. You can say, "I'm getting out of bed. I'm turning off the alarm. I'm going to take a shower." Later, in the kitchen, "I'm making coffee. The pan is hot. I like this smell." These are simple sentences, but each time you say them, you're training your brain to think in English. Think of it as building muscle memory, like practicing a sport. You repeat small actions until they become natural, and over time, your brain starts reaching for English automatically. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need long vocabulary lists. You just need a voice, your own voice, and a few minutes each day. One learner I worked with, Lena, told me, "I started with 5 minutes while brushing my teeth. Then it became 10 minutes while cooking dinner. Now I talk to myself all the time in English." That's growth. Quiet, consistent growth. 3. Use sentence starters. Make it easy to begin even when you want to speak English. You might feel stuck. You think, "What should I say?" That's where sentence starters come in. They're like little bridges. Instead of standing at the edge of silence, they help you step forward gently. Let me give you more examples. I think gives I. Think this outfit looks good. I don't like gives. I don't like cold mornings. Today I feel. Gives. Today I feel a little tired. I need to remember. Gives. I need to remember to call my mom. It's okay. If. Gives. It's okay if I make a mistake. These openers reduce pressure. You don't have to create a sentence from nothing. You just complete the thought. Try writing 10 starters that feel natural to you. Keep them near your desk or mirror. Practice them when you're getting ready or during a walk. This practice also helps you develop fluency in thinking, not just speaking. You begin to form thoughts in English, and your brain gets faster at finding the words. Remember Daniel from earlier? He told me, I practiced the sentence I need to every day. Now at work, when I talk to my boss in English, I don't freeze anymore. I've already used that pattern 100 times. That's the power of structure. It doesn't limit you, it frees you. 4. Speak with emotion, not just vocabulary. Language isn't just action, it's feeling. It's the soft voice inside you when you're unsure, the cheer when something goes right. So when you practice speaking, include emotions, not just verbs and nouns. Instead of only saying, I'm washing the dishes, you can add, I feel relaxed right now, or I'm a little lonely tonight. Emotional vocabulary makes your speech richer and your connection to English deeper. Here are a few emotional starters. I feel gives, I feel proud of myself. I wish gives, I wish I had more free time. I'm a little gives, I'm a little nervous about tomorrow. I'm happy because gives, I'm happy because I finished my work early. These aren't just words, they're reflections. You're learning to speak your truth in another language. One of my students, June, said something beautiful at first. I only said things like, I'm cooking or I'm tired. But when I started saying, I'm grateful or I feel disappointed, English became more than study, it became part of who I am. And that's what we want. Not just fluent speech, but authentic speech. 5. Practice in front of a mirror. Build confidence slowly. If you've never tried this, it might feel awkward at first, but it's a game changer. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. Speak slowly. Speak kindly. Say something simple. I'm doing my best. I'm learning to speak English. This is hard, but I'm trying. Why is this powerful? Because you're practicing not only language, but presence. You're becoming comfortable seeing yourself as someone who speaks English. Confidence isn't just about grammar, it's about identity. Mirror practice helps you accept your voice even when it's imperfect. Lena, the learner I mentioned earlier, used mirror practice to prepare for a job interview. She said, every night I'd stand in front of the mirror and say 3 positive things in English. At first I was shy, but now I feel strong when I speak. I believe my own words. You don't need a script, just 5 minutes. Start with gratitude. I'm thankful for today. Or say a goal. Tomorrow, I want to speak with courage. This is private, personal, and powerful. 6. Turn thoughts into English. Slowly shift your inner voice. Here's the most advanced step and the most beautiful. Over time, your brain will begin to think in English. Not every thought, not perfectly, but little by little, your inner voice will shift. Instead of toi or je suis fatigue or say a wella, you'll think, I'm hungry, I'm tired. Not because someone told you to, but because you've been practicing. Living in English, this happens naturally when you make English part of your day, through narration, through emotion, through reflection, through repetition. Daniel told me that one morning he woke up and the first words in his head were, it's Monday again. In English, he smiled. That's the moment when English stops being a subject and becomes part of who you are. And that's what fluency really means. Not speaking fast, not using big words, just feeling at home in the language. That's where you're going, and you're already on your way. So now, let's take a breath. What's one sentence you could say to yourself today? Maybe, I'm learning, or I'm proud of how far I've come. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one moment in your day where you'll try speaking English out loud? Morning routine, walking outside, making dinner. Let's create a space where your voice is welcome, where practice is gentle, and where progress feels possible. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video helped you feel a little more brave. You're not behind. You're growing in your own way, at your own pace. I'll see you in the next video.